It's March, and unfortunately, the NCAA March Madness tournament has been canceled with all the recent events going on in the world. But luckily, Kanye Madness is still a thing. Screenshot this video or go to my Twitter and screenshot the image of the bracket and then send it to me. I want to know what you guys have. We're going to be starting in the top left, the Northwest region. The seedings really don't matter. The only thing is that for the most part, 1 through 5 are some of Kanye's most popular songs in terms of Spotify plays. So other than that, they really don't matter. Obviously, couldn't have every Kanye song on here. There's only 64 spots, so I had to pick and choose. Stronger versus Say You Will. I have Stronger. Say You Will did a lot for the culture, but Stronger is just so iconic to me. Jesus Walks versus Heard Him Say. Jesus Walks, Homecoming, and 30 Hours. 30 Hours. Yikes versus So Appalled. So Appalled, just that much more of a classic. Touch the Sky versus Wolves. I have Wolves. Lupe, great verse, all that, but Wolves, that is probably Vic Mensa's best song. I think now that version of Wolves with Vic is like the original, and then Kanye just added Frank's verse as a whole different track. So yeah, Wolves advances. Heartless versus On God. I have On God beating out Heartless. Heartless, an amazing song. 808s and Heartbreak, one of my favorite albums. Well, is my favorite album, but in terms of songs that get you pumped up, it hardly has any of those. So Monster versus Spaceship. Monster, easy. Black Skinhead versus Otis. I have Black Skinhead. We're going to just continue on in the second round with all these, and then the third round, and then the winner of the region. So we'll keep going. The second round matchups between Stronger and Jesus Walks. Two iconic songs. Jesus Walks, the instrumental is insane, but Stronger has the more nostalgia feel. Graduation is one of those albums where it kind of came out when I started listening to rap. I was like in middle school, so we have Stronger beating out Jesus Walks. 30 Hours versus So Appalled. So Appalled. Wolves versus On God. On God. Monster versus Black Skinhead. Monster. The third round between Stronger versus So Appalled. I have Stronger beating out So Appalled, while On God versus Monster. This one is probably, you're probably scratching your head at this point, but I have On God advancing. Obviously, it's Kanye's newest album and it's more recent in my mind. Pierre Bourne is an amazing producer. This probably the best track on the album in my opinion. Which leads us into the final round of the region, Stronger versus On God. I have Stronger losing out and a surprise regional champion. Bottom left now, Gold Digger versus Salah. Probably butchered that, I don't know. I have Gold Digger beating it out. No Church in the Wild versus Reborn. I love Reborn. I love it, I love it, I love it. Unfortunately, No Church in the Wild, just the mood and the atmosphere around the song is that much better as of right now. You know, Reborn is a relatively new Kanye song, and I feel like for the most part, new Kanye songs have a hard time competing with older classic Kanye songs, simply off the fact that, you know, we've all heard these type of songs from Kanye before, and they're just that much more in our memory and have brought more meaning to our lives, you know, over the years. But eventually, tracks from Kids See Ghost, Yay, and this album right here, they'll be up there as Kanye continues to make music and over the years that pass. Good Life versus We Major. We Major, I remember in 2K as well. I think it was like 2K11, 2K12. This one was a tough one, but Good Life, Graduation was, like I said, one of the first rap albums I started listening to. All Falls Down versus Good Morning. With that being said, I don't have Good Morning beating All Falls Down. Bound 2 versus Devil in a New Dress. Devil in a New Dress. Waves versus See You in My Nightmares. This one was a tough one because Kid Cudi's on it, on Waves, and then Wayne's on See You in My Nightmares. Wayne versus See You in My Nightmares just makes the song that much better, so I have that advancing. Never Let Me Down versus Love Lockdown. Never Let Me Down. All of the Lights versus No More Party in LA. No More Parties in LA is a good one, but All of the Lights is All of the Lights. You know, you can't really compete. Second round, Gold Digger versus No Church in the Wild. No Church in the Wild. Gold Digger, just not as strong. Doesn't bring that presence as No Church in the Wild. I guess Gold Digger's more like a club or bar hit. I don't go to the club or bars I stay home making Kanye brackets, so I wouldn't know. Do people play Kanye songs at like parties or like clubs? Who knows? Not me. Good Life versus All Falls Down. Good Life advances. Devil in a New Dress versus See You in My Nightmares. This one was a tough one because I was just praising that, but I have Devil in a New Dress advancing, while Never Let Me Down versus All of the Lights. I have All of the Lights advancing. Third round of the region, No Church in the Wild versus Good Life. No Church in the Wild, Devil in a New Dress versus All of the Lights. This was a fitting matchup because I felt like the only thing that could beat Devil in a New Dress was another dark fantasy song. So All of the Lights advances, which leads us into the regional winner here. No Church in the Wild versus All of the Lights. I have All of the Lights. Let's do the final four matchup from the left side here. On God versus All of the Lights. A shock win goes to On God. This is just fresh and in my mind, and probably next year it won't go as far, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Top right, Paris versus Hey Mama. I have Paris. Through the Wire versus Roses. I have Roses. Flashing Lights versus Blame Game. This is by far one of the more difficult first round matchups because both these could have went amazingly far, but Flashing Lights, GTA 4 vibes, cruising around Liberty City. I have Flashing Lights. I absolutely love this song when you play GTA, and yeah, that was one of my favorite songs from GTA. Ghost Town versus Champion. Ghost Town in the next few years has the ability to be like one of Kanye's more iconic songs, and on release I didn't really like it. I liked Yikes and All Mine a lot better, but Ghost Town has grown on me. Unfortunately, that does not mean it is winning. Maybe next year Champion beats it out. Runaway versus New Slaves. Runaway's been on my mind a lot recently. I have Runaway. Father Stretch My Hands versus Crack Music. Father Stretch My Hands. Welcome to Heartbreak versus We Don't Care. Welcome to Heartbreak is one of my favorite 808 and Heartbreak songs. I have it advancing. Famous versus Fourth Dimension. Famous is by far one of the weakest 1 or 2 seeds. Fourth Dimension is by far one of the more underrated Kids See Ghost song, just the way it switches things up. And I think in the few years like Ghost Town, it'll be one of the more iconic Kanye songs. So I have Fourth Dimension advancing. Second round, Paris versus Roses. Roses continues to, do some upsets. Roses, a very important song to me, especially last year. Flashing Lights versus Champion. I have Flashing Lights. Runaway versus Father Stretch My Hands. Runaway. Welcome to Heartbreak versus Fourth Dimension. I have Welcome to Heartbreak. Third round matchup between Roses and Flashing Lights. I was just saying how Roses last year was, helping me through some things, and luckily we were able to beat those things and move on. Roses will always have a special place with me, but as of right now, I haven't been listening to it as much simply for the fact that we won. Flashing Lights advances, but Roses still amazing song, probably more meaningful than Flashing Lights, but Flashing Lights just iconic. Runaway versus Welcome to Heartbreak. Welcome to Heartbreak beats out Runaway, which leads us into a good final of the region. Flashing Lights versus Welcome to Heartbreak, and Welcome to Heartbreak wins it. Power versus Diamonds, easy. Slow Jams versus Drive Slow. Slow Jams. Follow God versus Real Friends. Real Friends. Can't Tell Me Nothing versus Amazing. Amazing. Blood on the Leaves versus Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ultralight Beam versus I Wonder. Ultralight Beam. New Workout Plan versus Addiction. Addiction. All Mine versus Kids See Ghost. All Mine. Slow Jam's an amazing song with Twista. Power is by far Kanye's. That's just the title alone. Kanye, this track is so powerful. Just based off the title alone, it literally is power. That's what this song, it feels like it gives you power. Real Friends to Amazing versus Amazing. I have Real Friends. Real Friends. It's helped. It's helped a lot. Gorgeous versus Ultralight Beam. Gorgeous. Addiction versus All Mine. Addiction. Third round matchup, Power versus Real Friends. Just because they lose, that doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad song, but it hurts to see certain songs go over others, even though if you enjoy, all of these songs that you had advanced. Gorgeous versus Addiction. I have Gorgeous. I thought I was gonna say Addiction. Dark fantasy matchup between Power and Gorgeous. Power is too difficult. You know, it's too difficult to beat Power. As we go to our final four matchup between Welcome to Heartbreak and Power, it's kind of a spoiler. We have Power winning the Power just trampled the entire region. I need to have it like in the same region as like Stronger or All of the Lights, just so I'll do it next year probably, even though, you know, it's one of his most popular songs, which leads us into a lopsided matchup between On God and Power. On God obviously wins. I'm just kidding. The real winner is Power. Power, for the second year in a row, has won the Kanye Madness for me. I believe Power went pretty far originally as well, so it's got the back-to-back championship wins. Will it get the three-peat next year? Wait and find out for a whole nother year. Hopefully things get better around the world, but in the meantime, fill yourself out a Kanye West bracket. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please share it around. Have your friends fill this out. Have your dog fill it out. Let's get this, you know, some little traction going, because this is a fun thing to do, and I think everyone deserves a little fun in their life at this moment. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.